All right, our last bit of review in this section is on parallel and perpendicular lines. So hopefully you remember that parallel lines are lines that never intersect because they have the same slope. Perpendicular lines intersect in one spot and exactly at a 90-degree angle. That's what perpendicular is. And that happens because their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. So for example, if one slope is 1/3, then the negative reciprocal, the perpendicular slope to that, would be -3/1. If a slope was 2/5, then the perpendicular slope to that would be -5/2. So those are parallel and perpendicular slopes. Let's do these last two problems. So I want to find the equation of a line one more time in my slope-intercept form. And I'm given a point, and I know it's parallel to this line. So the only thing this second line, the parallel line, gives me is its slope. If I find the slope here, that slope is going to equal the slope of the equation that I'm trying to write that goes through that point. So let's first take this first equation, this given equation, and solve it for y. I'm going to reorder my numbers. There we go. And divide. And I end up with a slope of +2/3. Now I see that this is kind of messy. I don't really even care what that is. All I care about is that is my slope, and the slope of the line that I am trying to create will be the same. So my slope is 2/3, and I know it goes through the point to -1. Now I can grab my point slope form. And multiply or solve for y. And again, don't worry about the fractions. Multiply straight across. 2/3 times -2/1 is just going to be -4/3. You're just multiplying the 2's, keep the denominator. And when I subtract the 1 over, I'm going to get 2/3 x. Now, I've got to add these two, but it's going to be negative, but I'm going to add. And my denominator is 3. So 1 would be 3/3. -4 minus 3 would be -7/3. That is my equation. Maybe pause the video, try B, the same idea, only this time the slope of the line I get from that equation is going to be perpendicular to my slope. So pause the video, try it, then join me back in a moment. And I don't care anything about this line except for this slope. Oh, it's the same line. Geez, if I was paying attention, I could have saved myself that work. I know the slope of this line is 2/3 still, hasn't changed. And then when I want to go find the slope, or I'm sorry, the equation of a line that's perpendicular to it, I use this point, right? Let me write this again. My point is 2, -1, and I'm going to use a slope that's the reciprocal and negative of the original. So oh, this one's going to turn out nicer because when I distribute, the 2's cancel, and I'm just going to get +3. No more fraction. +2. And voila. This equation is perpendicular. This equation is a parallel to that original line that was given. All right, that is a pretty in-depth look at lines and slope and graphing and writing equations. I'll let you get to it.